Alright, Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 4. And I have a mixed reaction to it. It's sort of 50-50. With the story of Milo, Iki, and Janora, I kind of get the idea what they were going for with their story, but it just came off badly told at the very end. But Korra and Toph's story was fantastic. Korra finally realizing what she's afraid of and what she needs to overcome is beautiful, and the fact that she's finally full Avatar again, she bending the poison out of her, great scene, loved it. And then also going through each of the villains from the past. The first season the villain was fighting for equality. Second season the villain was fighting for the spirits to come back, essentially creating balance, returning balance again to between spirituality and technology. And then the third season was fighting for freedom. And essentially those ideologies are not wrong. It was just that the people fighting for them went too far and were hurting others to do so. But the concepts they were fighting for, again, by themselves are not wrong. So you could say that they were just taking down the wrong path. Now, Korra is just, she has to remind herself that those are in the past. That pain is in the past. She has to overcome it to fight future battles. So when she finally hears that Kuvera is, the new villain, so to speak, and, she's the new threat that she has to face down, I find it kind of questionable. She's immediately ready to just jump in, be the Avatar again. But hopefully they tell her the full story, and it doesn't just end up just her saying, let's just get in there and kick her ass. Like, no, that's not how it works. There's a lot of politics involved, and essentially the people themselves are still happy that Kuvera is in charge. So unless you can find a way to turn the people against Kuvera, this is not going to work out for you. You're just going to cause a war. But again, I'm happy that she's back. She's ready to kick some ass. Hopefully it's just we don't rush anything too soon. It's like, we gotta take our time here. But anyway, Toph is, staying in the swamp, I suppose. It's like, yeah, finally peace and quiet. God, I love Toph. But I'm glad that she actually does know what she's doing, and especially with being a teacher. She just sends Korra off to the swamp, knowing full well it's going to, really mess her up, and you've seen all these visions. But she has to, face these fears. Like, get over yourself. It's like, yes, push on through. And I like to see that little quip. She said, like, oh, you avatars need someone to hold your hand. It's like, oh, you're kind of right in a way. They're always angsty, damn avatars. But either way, it's hilarious. Now, with the story between Milo, Iki, and Janora, I can understand what they're going for. I mean, at the beginning, I understand Janora constantly, meditating, trying to find Korra spiritually. But while Iki and Milo are out there, physically walking around, asking people in town, like, have you seen this person, and all that. But at a certain point, you finally realize that Iki and Milo haven't had enough time to develop their character. And in fact, Milo's character itself is annoying at a certain point. I mean, when he was a kid, it was cute and funny and understandable. He's a kid, but he's growing up to be more of a man. He should start learning, to better control his childlike tendencies. He's constantly full of himself to the point where it's just annoying. And when he threw the food away, that is just dumb beyond belief. I mean, I couldn't believe he did that. That was just... what are you thinking? It's just, alright, whatever. And then Iki going off to, I can actually feel bad for Iki because she really does want to help in her own way, but she hasn't done much to make herself feel important to the team. But anyway, she goes off, she gets captured, but she takes advantage of the situation, finds their food, and also finds out a place where Korra could be. So I can say essentially that Iki did more in finding Korra than Janora or Milo did. But at the end, we're near the end when Janora is saying, oh, the swamp, I can feel spiritual energy all over the place, but Korra's not here. Let's go. It's like, really? Really? you're just gonna just leave Janora? Like, you're not gonna even try? You just barely meditated for like 5 seconds. Earlier you said I need more than 2 seconds to find someone, but here you're just like, oh, 3 seconds. I don't censor. Bye. It's like, what the hell, Janora? You're being really stubborn. And even the swamp is like, you just judged me by my cover. Get your asses down here. It's like, pulls them in. It's like, you need to actually get off your asses, walk around, and actually look for someone physically. It's like going to a new city and saying, like, oh, I don't see their phone signal. They must not be here. Like, actually look for them, guys. Come on. But at the very end, when they're all saying, you know, Janora, like, oh, I found you because, you know, the spiritual energy of the tree and you were here. That's why. But I wouldn't be actually here in the swamp if it wasn't for Iki. And it's like, okay, that's fine. They're saying, yeah, we all had a part. But when it got to Milo, and she's saying, I would have never actually found out about the swamp if Milo didn't throw our food away, make fun of me, piss me off, and make me run away. That just seemed kind of off-putting. Essentially, what she was saying was, we wouldn't have found Korra if Milo wasn't a douche. Because Milo was acting like a little prick, we found Korra. Thank you, Milo. Never change. Yeah, that's a big problem. You shouldn't be thanking a character for being a dick. That is just horrible. Milo didn't learn anything. He didn't grow up. He's just gonna be Milo the entire time, being annoying and obnoxious. Kind of like the prince. You know how that turned out. He's not that good of a character. But either way, again, Milo's character, so to speak, you know, and all the friction between them, and Janora's kind of just hesitant to actually look through the swamp. That didn't bother me too much. The episode itself was still fun and engaging. I loved it, you know, especially Korra and Toph's story. Fantastic. I can't wait for, you know, what's going to happen now that Korra's going to come back. You know, what's everyone's reaction going to be to, you know, her coming back as the Avatar, you know, ready to, what her plans are in taking down Kuvera, if she wants to take down Kuvera at all. And even, I wonder if she's going to tell Beifong or Sue about Toph. It's like, hey, I met your mother. It's like, really? How's she doing? Yeah, she's kind of cranky, but happy, I guess. Like, okay. But either way, it's going to be interesting. I can't wait for the next episode. So until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye-bye.